Welcome to Pocket Coaching. I'm Dr. Kate, and I'm so glad you are joining me today. Let's talk a little bit about something that I think is incredibly important and I think would actually do us so much good in this incredibly divisive environment that we find ourselves in, especially if you live in the United States. And that concept is unconditional positive regard. So this is a concept from humanistic psychology, most notably developed by Carl Rogers, and it refers to accepting and supporting another person without conditions or judgment, regardless of what they say or do. So in practice, this means embracing others with empathy, compassion, and a non-judgmental attitude, allowing them to feel value for who they are at their core. Essentially, we're respecting other humans simply for being human and not necessarily placing judgment on their beliefs or what they may stand for, especially if it is in opposition of our own. So by utilizing unconditional positive regard in our relationships, we create a safe and nurturing space for growth, authenticity, and a deeper connection. And here's how it can strengthen our relationships. It fosters trust. So when we approach others with acceptance, they feel more secure to share their true thoughts and feelings without fear of criticism or rejection. This deepens mutual trust and vulnerability. It encourages authenticity. People are more likely to express themselves openly when they feel accepted unconditionally. This leads to more genuine interactions, reducing the need for masks or pretenses in relationships. It supports emotional well-being. So knowing that we are valued despite our mistakes or imperfections boosts emotional resilience. When others sense that we hold no judgment, they feel more at ease, contributing to their mental wellness and self-esteem. Reducing conflict. Approaching others with empathy and acceptance lowers defensiveness and tension in conversations. So unconditional positive regard helps to de-escalate conflicts by focusing on understanding rather than blame or criticism. And it promotes growth and change. So a supportive environment where people feel accepted without conditions empowers them to explore personal growth. They are more open to reflecting on their behavior and making positive changes without fear or rejection. So when we incorporate unconditional positive regard into all our relationships, it strengthens the emotional bonds between people. It allows for more meaningful and lasting connections based on respect, empathy, and love. So how do we practice this? What are some things that we can do to incorporate more unconditional positive regard into our daily lives and relationships? The first, practice active listening. So what does this look like? Listen fully to the other person without interrupting, offering advice, or formulating your response while they are speaking. Pay attention to their words, tones, and body language. Fully listen to hear, don't listen to respond. So active listening allows the other person to feel heard and understood, which fosters trust and openness and shows you that you value their perspective even if you don't necessarily agree with it. Second, suspend judgment. What does this look like? When someone shares something you don't agree with or that challenges your beliefs, pause and refrain from judging or criticizing. Focus on understanding where they're coming from rather than jumping to conclusions. This helps by suspending judgment, which creates a safer space for honest communication. It helps you move beyond superficial disagreements and see that the humanity and experiences that shape the other person's perspective. 3, express empathy. So this looks like putting yourself in the other person's shoes and trying to understand their feelings. You might say, I can see why you feel that way, or it sounds like that's really difficult for you. This helps by fostering connection and making others feel understood. It strengthens relationships by showing that you can genuinely care about how the other person feels, regardless of the situation. 4, recognize the person beyond their behavior. When someone makes a mistake or does something that frustrates you, remind yourself that their behavior doesn't define their worth. You can separate the person from their actions. This helps by recognizing that people are more than their behavior, and that helps you maintain a compassionate attitude. It's easier to offer support and understanding when you focus on the person's inherent value rather than their mistakes. 5, be mindful of your reactions. Take note of how you react to other people, especially when they are upset or they challenge you. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a breath and consider how you can respond with kindness and acceptance. Mindful reactions helps by preventing conflicts from escalating and allows for thoughtful, compassionate responses, even in difficult situations. And finally, offer validation without needing to agree. You can acknowledge the other person's feelings and experience, even if you don't share the same views. Phrases like, "I understand why you might feel that way," can validate their emotions without implying agreement. Validation makes people feel respected and valued, and it shows that their experience is real and worthy of acknowledgement, which deepens connection and mutual respect. When we consistently practice these behaviors, you'll find yourself creating stronger, more authentic relationships that are grounded in empathy and understanding. Unconditional positive regard is a mindset that can transform how you connect with others, fostering deeper, more supportive relationships. I hope that this was helpful today, and as always, I wish you to be well.